Guys, it's Natalia here. I'm here today with a bit of a collective haul video for you. If you have seen my haul videos before, you would know that I don't do things by halves. I just go in for one or two things and then I come out with everything. You know, I've got things here from Mecca, Makeup Geek, Lipstick Republic, and a lot from Sephora. So I'm just going to get into it. There's no point trying to justify this because, you know, at the beginning of the year I said I'm going to limit my spending this year, and you know, we're 1 month in and I've shot that to shit completely. So let's get into Makeup Geek first because there's a few new things that I wanted to talk about. I picked up all of the Makeup Geek sparklers. Now I know there was a little bit of controversy around the sparklers due to the mess that they created. I'll try to have an Instagram video that I took of myself when I opened a sparkler and the mess that it made on my hand. I'm not saying they don't make mess. They do. They make a shit ton of mess and it is really, really annoying. I opened mine over a white bed. I don't understand why I did that, knowing how messy they have been reported to be, but I did. I'm kind of in two minds about it. One mind, yes, it is messy at the beginning. I then continued to open them over sort of some baking paper or some, you know, just grease paper, and then just, you know, you collect it all and tap it all back into there, get a baby wipe and wipe down the edge and the rim of the lid, and I haven't had a problem since. So it's just that initial opening, and yes, I do think sifters would make a huge difference, but saying that, I can get over it. It's something that I don't know, I'm not going to be too, it doesn't bother me all that much. We're talking about loose glitters. I'm expecting a lot of mess from loose glitters. I'm probably not expecting as much as I got, but it's something that I personally can look past and look at the actual product. I got 15 of the shades in the whole collection that they sort of released, like a 15 pack. They're supposed to be 16, but they didn't have the ingredients or the colours for that one particular one, which I think is called Meteor Shower. I have seen on their website that's coming in the next few days, so I will be picking that one up. Once I get that, I will do full swatches and everything of this and just review these ones in particular, but they are the 15 Makeup Geek sparklers. I've used them in a few tutorials and I really, really love them. They are the most finely milled glitters I have ever used, which is probably why they are so messy, because they can just fly away everywhere. I really do like those glitters. Mess aside, I really do like them. While we're talking about Makeup Geek, their most recent launch was 8 contour powders. Now the contour powders become in 4 different skin colorings. There is porcelain, fair, medium and deep, which is what I really, really like about these contour shades. So there's a porcelain medium and porcelain cool, which are these 2 shades here. I haven't taken them out of the pan yet because I want to find a empty Z palette to put it in. Warm fair and cool fair, so you can sort of see they are definitely warm and cool. I've used the fair cool to contour my nose today for very, very slight contour. The ones I have been playing around with are medium, cool medium and warm medium. I use cool medium today to contour. I really, really love it. These are pigmented creamy, blend amazingly well, and I also use medium as a bit of a bronzer as well, so they are multi-purpose. And then you've also got deep, which is deep medium and deep cool. Now these ones, obviously you're gonna have to have ebony skin to use these ones, but you can also use these ones as liners in the crease. It's just a powder, so you can use these deep colors anywhere that you would use a powder. I don't know if you would, because they are very, very deep, and if you are, you know, it might seem a little bit unnecessary to get the whole set if you are like porcelain or fair skin, but I just got the whole set to review and swatch and do all those kind of things. So they are the contour powders by Makeup Geek, and I will be doing a review and swatches and everything of them coming up next week, so stay tuned for them if you are interested in picking them up. So moving on to products I picked up from Lipstick Republic now. I have been eyeing these off for a very long time, but I have been really into the brand Becca, and there's a few products there that I have been wanting to try for a very long time, and I finally just bit the bullet and said, stuff it, I'm just going to go and order some and be able to play around with it. I'm probably going to do a Becca brand focus video coming up in the next few months as well, but I did pick up the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector, and this is the liquid in Opal. Opal I think is probably my favourite one just because I've got a deeper skin tone. It is a liquid highlighter, like you do not need much. That was like a quarter of a pump and you can see how much comes out, but you just sort of blend it in and you just get this really gorgeous glow. And I've got this underneath my foundation today, as well as Becca powder on top. I don't know what I was expecting from this. I thought I expected a little bit more. I feel like it's got an unusual texture, like it leaves a texture on your skin, like you can feel the product. I'm not too sure how I feel about the texture. I need to probably, I guess, work with it a bit and play around with it a bit, but I did want to pick that one up, so I did get that. I then got the Shimmering Skin Perfector poured version in Opal. Now poured is a cream highlighter. This is amazing. You can see I have already swatched it there. The creaminess of this is just so gorgeous. It blends out beautifully, as you can see. Look at that. I just put that on the top of my cheekbones, sort of over my foundation, and it just gives an absolutely stunning glow. It is subtle. It's not as powdery and not as intense in your face as your powder highlighter from Becca, but this poured version is just so beautiful. It blends in amazingly. It doesn't have that unusual texture. Go over with a beauty blender, it just sort of molds into the high points of your cheekbones. Wherever you place it, it just molds with your foundation and gives you that gorgeous glow. I am really falling in love with that, and I do want to pick up a few of the other colours. I'm just waiting for them to come back in stock. And I also have jumped on the Becca blush bandwagon. I picked up 3 colours. I picked up Flower Child, Songbird and Nightingale, and I'm just going to open these for you. I'm wearing one of them today, this one obviously. They have got the same texture as the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector Pressed. They're very, very soft and powdery, and they do have that sort of kick up on the product, but oh my god, these are pigmented. Like, I have got a lot of blush on my cheeks today, and that was purely by accident. I got my brush, went dab once, applied it, and it was just like bam, colour. So I just had to spend like 10 minutes trying to blend it out. It was intense, so you need to be very, very light-handed with these. So these are the colours that I got. The middle one is what I'm wearing today. That is Songbird. So this one is Nightingale, Songbird, and Flower Child, which is that slightly pinker version. I'm really loving these. I think they're amazing. They're pigmented. Like the one I'm wearing today has got a hint of a shimmer, but not too much shimmer. It's beautiful. I really, really like it. Just be very careful if you are using these, because they are pigmented as all hell. I've never had a blush that pigmented before. It's crazy. And then the last thing I picked up was a Beauty Blender dupe. Now this one I think is by the brand Black. I'll have to double check. I'll have it on the screen up here. I love beauty blenders. This one, when you're talking about texture wise, it is a little bit more dense, slightly more dense, and when it blows up and you wet it, you can sort of feel the squishiness on the outside, but you can sort of feel a bit of density on the center. You can tell it's not the same as a beauty blender. It's not an exact dupe, but I applied it and it gave me the same finish. I've tried other sponges that I feel don't blend my foundation or my products into my face as much as it should. I feel like it sits on the face, or you can sort of see patches or something. This one is going to be the closest one I found with application. Not by texture, because it's a little bit different, but by application it is pretty darn close. And I think it's $13 So if you have a look at the website, it is Black, B-L-A-Q Cosmetics, and it is this one, and it is $12. So that's from Lipstick Republic. I think it's exclusive to them, so if you are wanting to try it, check them out. I have a link in the description box down below. So I'm always changing positions, but that's about the 3rd battery change I've had to do so far, because all my batteries are dead. Next, I went and did some shopping at Mecca. Now, I have been eyeing off this brand Surratt for quite a while now, and I've never really known all that much about it. It is a higher priced brand, I would say, like most brands at Mecca are. I was looking at the brushes, and they're very, very similar to my favourite Ray Morris brushes, but the only thing is that the handles are too lightweight and feel really kind of cheap, and for the price of them I'd rather... I'm very particular with my brushes. I like a nice weighted handle, and those ones, the handle doesn't do it for me, so I won't be buying any of the brushes. The stand has called my name for a while, and I have been sort of sussing them out for a few months now, and I just sort of said, screw it, I'm going to bite the bullet and order a whole bunch of them so I can sort of get a feel for the brand, see if there's any other things I'd like to try, any recommendations I can make for those of you who are interested. Do keep in mind it is a higher end brand, so it's not for everyone. First of all, I've got this autographic eyeliner. Now this is one of those ones that come with a refillable ink cartridge, so it is an ink, it is like a liquid liner. It has got like the finest tip there, and it is also very, very black. You can get, you know, different thicknesses depending on the pressure you put on there. It is a brush tip, but it is a very, very pointed brush tip, and it has got that refillable ink cartridge in there. I'm not too sure, like it seems to be really nicely flowing. You don't have to like shake and press it to get product out. It just sort of flows quite freely. This was a huge splurge at $62. I don't know. I just felt like I haven't tried eyeliner with an ink cartridge before, and I must have been sick at the time. I also got this automatic lip crayon, and this is like a retractable wind-up pencil. Let me just see how much product you get. Okay, you get a decent amount of product, I suppose. But this is Seductress. It comes in 19 different shades, and that's what that one looks like. So I got 2 blushes. Now, these are a brand that you really should be buying, like, the palette to go with it. I didn't want to because I've got so many other palettes. I'm pretty sure I could just use a Z palette. I got these 2. So this one here is La Vie en Rose, and this one here is Poncia, which is funny. It seems like it's got French names, but they're all made in Japan. So I'm kind of, I don't know if it's a Japanese brand or a French brand. These are the 2 blushes here. So the packaging is unusual because you slide it out, and then this is the whole magnetic base. And look, this plastic case here, it just seems really cheap. I understand that it's like an individual thing for a palette, but it just seems cheap. It seems like something that you are buying from Revlon or a drugstore, like just the packaging. It's kind of, I don't know. And so I got those 2 blushes, and then I got 4 eyeshadows. The packaging is gorgeous. Like, it's this sort of matte up this end where it says Surratt, and then it's sort of got a ombre purple to green metallic-y. It's gorgeous packaging. Like, it is absolutely stunning. I'm going to be honest and say I'm a bit disappointed for a few different reasons. So the eyeshadows, you get 1.7 grams of product for, and I'm just having a look on their website, and the eyeshadows are $29 each. So it's a lot of money. So the eyeshadows that I got here were Doré, which is like a, I'll just take it out so you can see, almost like an antique goldy green sort of shade, olive green with a hint of gold. That's what I've got on my lids today. Very, very subtle. I've got this one, which is Silvre. I'm not good at French or Japanese or whatever this is, and this is like a really nice metallic rose gold. I have got this shade here, which is Truffe, which is like a, almost like a matte brown, like a medium brown. And the last one I've got here is Fille de Grey, which is a sort of like a deep purpley sort of shade there. First thing I noticed, and this is what I think disappointed me so much, I've just paid $29 for an eyeshadow that has cheap packaging. It feels really cheap. Like, the box is beautiful, so the box is absolutely stunning, as I mentioned. So I think because the box is so beautiful, it draws my attention and my eyes to it. The first ingredient is talc. Now, I know a lot of people can't use talc, so if you are someone who can't wear talc, just be careful, avoid this, because all of their products, their powder products, have got talc. What I find interesting is that you can get a brand like Makeup Geek who has amazing quality products, and they're 100% talc free. So if a brand like Makeup Geek can make gorgeous, amazing quality products, I'm going to be honest, some of those Makeup Geek eyeshadows are more pigmented than the ones that I've got here for, you know, $9, $10. How can they charge this much money for such crappy packaging and have contained talc as the main ingredient? So that's the brand Surratt that I picked up from Mecca. I was really interested to try it out. I think I just had higher expectations, but I haven't actually had a proper play with the products yet. I have tested a few things today. I wore the eyeliner. I do like the eyeliner. I don't know if it's worth $62, but I do like the eyeliner, and I guess I'll put more things to the test there, and I'll do a proper review, brand focus type thing on that later on at a later date. Moving on to Sephora, which is the biggest box. I've clearly lost my mind. And I say I clearly lost my mind because if you have followed me for a while or followed my Instagram, you'll see that maybe at the end of the year or my favourites of 2015, I mentioned the Kat Von D Everlasting Liquid Lipsticks as my favourite liquid lipstick brand. I think that has sort of made me very obsessed. I had one already, I had 3 full-size ones, and I decided that I needed to build my collection. So I did. I have got 3 more to go, and then I've got the full 30. When I get those 3, I will do a whole lip swatch video review. I've worn a few of them. I still love them. I still stand by my word. The colours are amazing. Yeah, I went a bit crazy. So speaking of Kat Von D, let's just get all the Kat Von D out of the way, shall we? So I've also bought the Vampiria Kat Von D Formula X nail polish. I do love the Formula X polishes. I like the formulation. I think they're really, really nice. So when I saw the Kat Von D one, I had to do it. I already had the Kat Von D Shade and Light eye palette, so I got that one a few months ago, and I mentioned that one in my favourites of 2015 as one of my top palette of the year. If my house was burning down, I would reach for that palette first. I'd reach for my Ray Morris brushes and the Kat Von D Shade and Light Eye palette. I absolutely love it. So I've wanted to get the contour palette for a while. So I got the contour palette. I got the Monarch palette, the Chrysalis eyeshadow palette, and then I got the Interstellar eyeshadow palette. So my Kat Von D palette collection is done. It is complete. I also picked up the Kat Von D Bold Pigment Metal Crush in Thunderstruck. This one sold out like that over Christmas. Months and months and months. Like, it sold out so quickly. It's the one that Samantha from Battle Ash mentioned, and she loved it, and it is amazing. It is so, so gorgeous. So it looks like just a white, it is white gold, but it's got like a hint of orange, pinky sort of duochrome through it. It is absolutely stunning. So as soon as I saw that, I just like, shit, I need that before it sells out again. I've then also really fallen in love with Marc Jacobs lipsticks. I bought one last year. Since then, I've bought 2 of the nudes. I got Anais and Roleplay. I just love the packaging. I might say they're actually better formulation than my NARS Audacious lipsticks, and that's a big call because I love them. So that is those 2 shades there. They are 2 nudes. I've really, really been loving them. The only thing I'm going to say I don't like about these lipsticks is the actual tip of the lipstick is very round and blunt. So you can't really use it to get a crisp Cupid's bow because it sort of is too round and sort of flattens everything out, and it's just not that easy to get that perfect Cupid's bow with the tip. So if you go to brands like NARS that has got that pointed tip, you can really use the pointed tip to get in there while it's still pointy to sort of carve out that Cupid's bow. With the Marc Jacobs one, you can't all that much, which kind of sucks. So I got some of the normal ones. I got Boy Gorgeous. Now that's one I already had. I got Je T'aime, I got Mahogany, and I got Blow. So there are a few of the normal ones. I will do swatches and reviews of them coming up. I got another Everlasting Liquid lipstick. There you go, forgot one in a packet there. Mother, gorgeous. I got a sample of the Marc Jacobs Omega Lash in Blacker. This isn't the new one. I also got a sample of the Cover FX Illuminating Primer, and I also went and got the Anastasia Beverly Hills Self-Made palette. I picked this one up just the other day. Absolutely gorgeous, got a denim snake print and spy brush, and they are the eyeshadows there. Instead of having your 12 colours, there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 shades in this one, as opposed to the Artist Couture palette or Amrezy or anything like that. They only had 12. This one has got 14 eyeshadows. The only thing with this one is there's only one matte, and that is Hot Chocolate, whereas the other eyeshadow palettes had a beautiful mixture of mattes and shimmers, neutrals and pops of colour, whereas this one I feel is a lot more neutral, but doesn't have as many mattes. But I will review that and swatch. Like, I literally haven't even touched that. I literally just pulled it out of the box now, and this is the first time I've sort of talked about it. So that one was that, and I'm pretty sure, oh no, one last thing I picked up was the makeup eraser, because everyone's been raving about this. I've seen magic happening on the internet and on YouTube, so I figured I'm going to give it a go and see what it's like. So when I do a full crazy makeup look, I might do a review of that too. I've got to wash it first. And I also picked up one Chic face mask from Dr. Jart, and this is the firming solution. This is the Body Heat Thermosensitive Cellulose Gel Mask. Got biopeptides and coenzyme Q10 beta-glucan, enhances skin elasticity and corrects lines. So I'm going to give that one a good go either tonight or tomorrow, because I need to relax a bit, because I came home today and my dogs had chewed my lounge. So I actually really need a wine and a face mask. So I'm probably going to go do that now. So thank you so much for watching this haul. I hope you enjoyed that. If you'd like to see any of these products reviewed first, in particular order, leave a comment down below so I can certainly get around to doing that. I'm also going to be starting on my blog, glossyconfidential.com.au. I'm going to just start a page which is just swatches, not reviews, not anything, just swatches. I'm going to go through all my palettes and swatch all of them. So I'm just going to have a list of all the palettes available that I've got, and just swatch every single thing that I've got. So it's just there as a reference, if a guide, if there are things that you are looking at buying or have, or you know, so you can maybe find dupes for things as well. So I'm going to start doing that over the next few months. So that's going to take quite a while to build up, but it will be happening. If you have any other review requests or video requests or anything, please leave it in the comment bar down below, or head over to my social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. I'm going to have it all linked down below. Get in contact with me, throw some requests my way. So anyway, thanks for watching. Have a fantastic week, and I will talk to you really soon. Bye.